Oh, it's Mikel Arteta. Hey, Mikel. You okay? Yeah, good, thanks. Why was I drinking out of a Sports Direct mug? Newcastle? No, it's just my mug. Yeah. What do you mean? Why have I got a Man United top? It's not mine. It's my brother's. Listen, Mikel, we're gonna sell Erling Haaland in 2021. 40 goals in 34 games. I know he scored a lot of goals for us, but Mikel, he's over 30. Hello and welcome to another video brought to you by the good people at FM Wonderkids. Today we're reviewing season 12, I think it is, of the Wolverhampton Wonderkids. We're going to talk you through how the season went. We delegated a lot of it out to our brand new, well, not brand new, but his first full season, our assistant manager, Mikel Arteta, the regen himself. My hair's looking a bit regen-y today as well, so I apologise for that. A bit of a regen thing going on there. So before we start then, don't forget to look at that overall balance, look at that income. Don't forget to like the video, it helps us out a lot. It helps spread the video out there for more people to watch it. Subscribe if you're new. It's come to my attention that 87% of people roughly who watch the videos are not subscribed. So please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's easy. Consider heading over to Patreon if you want to support the channel now. If you become a patron, you can get your name in this game. We will name a regen after you if you join one of the tiers on Patreon. You can also actually download this game. You can download the Wolverhampton Wonderkids game and play it at home. We've got from season 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. You can pick up from any of those season reviews and play it along at home, and like I said, get your name in the game. We will name regens after our patrons. As well as that, subscribing, you'll get all the videos, notifications for all the videos we do throughout the week, and Patreon, you'll get all the shortlists. Okay, so this season we took a more financial approach. So we'll start off with the finances. We became aware that our wage expenditure had reached such a height that it was actually the highest in the league. Now, if we look at our squad and we look at the contracts of the players, for example, Yamas here is on 300 grand a week. Fatty here is on 375 grand a week. So we're paying our star players a lot of money. So there's potential room to sell Fatty. I mean, he's in his prime really, so you probably won't sell Fatty. But maybe Vinny Jr., who's 275 and getting to 30 years old. We got new face packs, by the way. Let us know in the comments if you like the face packs. We'll shoot you over the link there. DF11 face packs. Great job that he does there. Vinny Jr. getting 30, 275. Anyway, so we go back. So we figured out that we're spending far too much on wages, although we have won the league for the past 4. We won the league, by the way, first in the Premier League. That means we've won the last 4 Premier Leagues. Take a look at the screen here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. So that's good. Obviously, in the 12 season we've been playing, we've won the league 6 times, so that's very good. But we don't want our wages to go out of control. So we'll go back to the finances screen, and you can see here. So starting in 2026, I don't think we won anything in 2026. The balance has steadily kind of increased and then dropped every time a season kind of starts. It drops right down, mainly due to transfer expenditure, etc. So this year, our transfer expenditure this season was only 47 million. Most of our money we were spending obviously on player wages, 232 million on player wages. So it's a disgusting amount of money, really, when you think about it. Bonuses then, we're spending £72 million on player bonuses. And then third biggest expense for us is transfer expenditure. So we kept that down this year again for the second year running. We kept the transfer expenditure way down, especially net spend. And staff wages come in at number 4. We are spending a lot of money on staff than staff wages. So in terms of income, our biggest income was sponsorship. £121 million in sponsorship last season. You see this goes through all the seasons, and this is probably here where the sponsorship money comes in, and the TV revenue all comes in at the same time each season. So TV revenue then was second, £116 million from the TV companies, and then prize money was our third biggest income, so £94 million in prize money last season. So like I say, we won the Premier Division. FA Cup, we didn't win anything else, by the way, so the prize money everywhere else was minimal. Although we did get 43 million from the... We got 43 million from the Champions Cup, and I think we finished quarter-final. We'll check that in a bit. But yeah, so we keep the wage budget down. So that was our thinking in the transfer market. So next we'll look at transfers. So here in season 12, our transfer business was popping. Jude Bellingham left because we weren't able to give him the game time that he deserved. My head's in the way there. But 18 games, he never really got more than that. And then so we sold him to Newcastle. 27 million. He never really developed into that top player that we thought he was going to either. So he's very, very good. But not top class like, say, a Yamas who we got in midfield, or Tonali. Couldn't really get Tonali out of his place. Haaland then. We sold him on his birthday. If you follow us on Twitter, if you don't follow us on Twitter, what are you doing? But if you do, you'll see a lot of behind the scenes stuff, Instagram as well as Discord. Get on over there. But we sold Haaland on his 30th birthday to Benfica. Or we transfer listed him on his 30th birthday, sorry. We popped that on Twitter. But yeah, we sold him to Benfica, 20 million. We were struggling to get a decent fee for him, but look at the performances he's had for us. Look at that history. 38 goals in 37, 40 goals in 34, 30 goals in 35. He's been a great servant to the club. But as soon as he hits that 30-year-old mark, we could have kept him for another couple of seasons, but obviously we've got Ali Smith, and with us delegating the season out to our assistant managers, with one striker up front, they're just picking the best striker, and the best striker is Ali Smith. Haaland's very, very good, but he is no Ali Smith. So he went. Aaron's, again, hit the 30 mark, 30 years old, 31 there. So he shipped him out. Was Aaron's a good buy? Possibly not. We bought him for 50 million, I think, back in the day. Yeah, 56 million we paid for him. And we only really got we only really had 2 seasons out of him until we kind of got a better player in that position. So maybe not the best buy, but he filled the gap for 2 seasons. And I don't think we spent any money anywhere else that season. So he went to Huddersfield, who Huddersfield actually bet us in the FA Cup Final, actually. So that could come back to bite us. We'll check that out when we do the schedule. Yarosky. I think he was a Polish guy with good work rate. But I think he got to 23, and we've already got 3 really good right backs. So we couldn't really push on. So he went to Roma. And then Besic then, who's been knocking on the door in terms of development, but never really developed enough for us, went. And these guys, I can't even remember who they are. This was the dud buy who we bought. Is this the guy we bought? Oh no, that's a goalkeeper. Looks right, actually. We've got the, like we said, we've got the good goalkeepers. We've got our Fayette. We've got our. Actually, we sold Dewhurst, didn't we? We got Sid now as well. Anyway, so these guys gone. Diaz went, and then the loans. Then Diaz went out on loan because we couldn't give him games. Sid went out on loan to Brighton. Like I say, very, very good Sid. That's the other guy, Slattery. We got the Wonder Kid who we bought a couple of seasons ago. So that was the outs, and then the only 2 ins then were just kids, literally children. 17-year-old Enzo Darley, attacking right midfielder, who looks promising. He's a model citizen, cuts inside from both wings, plays 1-2s. He's really good at passing and dribbling and work rate. already, and he's only 17, so he's going to get better. Straight into the under-21s, or the under-18s, really, I think he went. And then a Brazilian centre-back who looks like he's going to be class. He's either-footed, and there we go, media description, Wonderkids. So we're not forgetting our modus operandi here, which is only to sign Wonderkids and promising under-23 players. So, who's turning 30 this year? That might be a new rule which we create. Anyone over 30, got to be sold. No, I'm not going to make it a rule, but it is a general rule of thumb. What am I doing here? Let's have a look. View. This is what I want. Players. Custom. So, this was our team, generally. We'll have a look at this now when we go to the formation. But let's sort by age. So we've got Tonali, 31, but he is our club captain. That was a nice face pack of Tonali there. Looks good. First, he looks like Kylo Ren a bit, doesn't he? Darth Tonali. Yeah, getting on a bit though. These are box to box. Might have to go Vinny Jr. on very big wages. Class though, isn't he? Look at those stats. Elite winger. Very, very good, Vinny Jr. It'd be a shame to let him go. But we do have Mason Greenwood, who didn't play a single game last season. Mikel Arteta didn't have it in him to give Mason Greenwood a single game. You see here. Oh, you can't really see that. If I go to YouTube selection. Always good to have some custom views. If I go YouTube selection there, you can see all the stats without my head being in the way. So you can see appearances here. And bang, Greenwood's on the bottom. 0 appearances, not even off the bench according to this. Freitas 1 appearance. Stark, who is our winger. Yeah, is our young winger who basically only came in because he's got such a good potential. Dembele, again, struggling to get games, but very solid, but not outstanding. Genk here then, look at that vision, passing. He's back up for our attacking midfield centre position, but didn't get many games again. And then Bergman, kind of only just got enough games there in centre-back. For me, I would have played him in centre-back instead of Mikel Arteta's choice, who was Ramos, the guy who cannot jump, but is excellent everywhere else. So that's that then. So in terms of age, we're looking at... We need to look at another screen. Excuse me while I click the wrong button several times in a row. Custom YouTube reports. So we're looking at Tonali, Vinny Jr. basically. Greenwood, I just love Greenwood so much. You've got to keep him. Gelhardt is a club legend, even though he's only 4 stars. If we go by potential here, Ali Smith is obviously... I just love looking at Ali Smith's graph. Wow. Probably the best player I've ever seen on the game, to be fair. Okay, so Ali Smith, Ramos. Ramos is going to be good, but Bergman's going to be good as well. See what I mean about those two? Llamas then, obviously class. So these guys are all the right age. Vinny Jr. might have to go soon. Tonali will have to go soon. So this is a tactic then, the 4-2-3-1 Wonder Press. These are all up on Patreon. If you become a patron, you get all the tactics. Wonder Press Mark 3. The only difference from the Mark 2 is that this is actually a winger set on support the whole time, rather than last season it was an inside forward. Pretty sure that's the only change I made this season. Yeah, and that's the team. So Ali Smith, Vinny Jr., very similar to last season, if not identical. Sega's in the middle there. We do love a bit of Segas. Fati, Llamas, Tonali, Durholtz, Ramos, Hoy, Kugastine and Fayette. Exactly the same. So we'll go to the team report. We'll look at the squad depth. We like to give you guys this information here as well. So Ali Smith, for me, the backup there would be Greenwood, but God knows who Mikel Arteta was playing. We'll have a look at the schedule now in a second, so you've actually got the games there. Junior Fati, yes, agree with that. Segas, Ali Smith for me would be second, but Veloso is obviously good as well. But he for me would be backup centre midfield. Gelhardt and Dembele, no, because of that winger position. So that probably forced Greenwood out of the team a little bit more as well. So Fatty, it would generally be Fatty and Stark then. Stark, like I said, very highly rated, although it's not really coming through there on the stats. Yamas, Tonali, Veloso, and for me it's not Genka. I think we sent the guy out on loan who we really liked actually. It's not Genka. It is transfer history, loan, Garcia. That's the guy we like for centre midfield because of this vision of work right here. Moving swiftly back, if there is such a phrase. Okay, there it is. Fire in goal, Slattery as backup. He was getting really, really good to be fair, 23 years old, but Fayat is only 25 as well, so those guys can be fighting it out for a few years to come. Now then, schedule. How did we perform? Very good pre-season again. We always have such good pre-seasons, and we smashed Chelsea in the Community Shield. Loads and loads of wins in a row, but then we go to United and we lose 3-0 away. So we'll look at that one for you. Vinny Jr., Fatty, Segers, full strength team. Delati and Kugastine are kind of almost as good as each other, I would say there. But we got 3-0. Looks like we deserve to lose that game as well. Poor performance from the lads there. But that's the first loss in, what was that, 12 games? Then followed by a draw and followed by a loss to Ajax as well, which isn't great. But then look at this, 6-0 against Wolfsburg. Fatty scores a hat-trick. Tonali scores from box to box. Yamas from a deep line playmaker. And your right back scores as well, even though he's instructed to shoot less as an individual instruction. Game of the season then, you can see here Champions Cup wins, doing really well there. Lost to City away. So losing to the big teams away is still a problem. Carabao Cup quarter final, not interested in that, but we did lose on penalties to Brighton. Again, big teams away, Arsenal. Bet Liverpool at home though, 2-1. So if you want to beat Liverpool, it's the way to go. Just play them at their own game and have amazing players, essentially. Chelsea 5-1 at home. So we not only did we beat them in the Community Shield, we also bet them at Molineux, or the new Molineux Stadium. Ali Smith, Jr., Gelhardt, Segers and Fatty. Bang, look at that. Segers with a 9, Fatty with a 9.1, Tonali with a 9 as well. Very well done there. Game of the season was a 6-0 win against Cardiff. Let me see if I can find that one for you. There it is. This was voted game of the season. We got Bergman there, steps in with a goal. So a bit of rotation there. Very young right back he's playing there, but he is the Ivory Coast guy who we bought a couple of seasons ago. Very, very promising. He's quite well rounded as well, isn't he? But interesting, he gave him a go at left back there. Rojo as well, stepped up from the 23s. This is a fully rotated squad at the back there, but the front, Gelhardt steps in as a winger. Interesting. Yeah, very, very good. 6-0 there. And then to the meaty side of the season with 5-1 away at Anfield. Look at that. Yamas and Tonali, Vinny Jr., Segers, all having great games. Loads and loads of bookings. Looks like Liverpool are falling off their perch a little bit. 4-0 in the FA Cup fourth round. Beat Inter Milan in the second round knockouts. Beat Chelsea, beat Man City at home, Huddersfield. We get knocked out in the quarterfinals to Schalke. We lose at home and we draw away. Mikel Arteta could not have been happy with our poor performance there. Poor performance there from the lads, so that's not great. And this is the one we're interested in. Not a great end to the season, but we did win the league, even though we drew with Southampton, 1-1. These are the points. 83 points, then 81, then 80. These are the stats in terms of players. We're looking at goals. Eddie Sargent was the top scorer. Ali Smith then was second top scorer, joint second top scorer with 26. Oh no, 8. That's how old he is it? 18, 19. 27 goals. That's a lot of goals, isn't it? Fair play. Okay, Eddie Sargent. We nearly bought him a few years ago as well. Okay, so that's that. That's the league. Where were we? Huddersfield, FA Cup Final. We sold Max Aarons to Huddersfield. What did he do? Oh, it was a penalty shootout. Missed irons, not Aarons. Aarons didn't take a pen. He did get booked. He had a good game. Oh, he stopped Vinny Jr. on the left. Max Aarons did. Of course he did. He knows if... Oh, 2 injuries. Vinny got injured. I don't know how he got injured as well. Unlucky then to not win the FA Cup. Losing on penalties to Huddersfield. But we did win the league. 4th league win in a row. That's got to be a record. If we look at the inbox here, it was a memorable season for Wolves as they tasted success in the English Premier Division and the Community Shield. Wolves had been expected to make much of the Premier Division title running and lived up to the pre-season burn. This is the same every season, isn't it? It was a superb season for Wolves as they climbed to their 4th successive title to back up their pre-season credentials. Average attendance 59,000 in Ann Hughes Stadium. Match of the season 6-0 at Cardiff. Match to forget 3-0 at Old Trafford. So looking then into the development centre, finish off with that. The under-23 squad, a lot of them went out on loan this year. Excuse me, let's have a little look here. Custom YouTube selection. A lot of them went out on loan. Best performers, the left back who we spoke about, the Ivorian, definitely coming in to back up for De Holtz there. Kugerstein has been available to play all season for the under-23s for some reason. But yeah, great performances from him. Diaz, Garcia, Roland and Sid went out on loan. We haven't looked at Roland yet, but he's basically getting too old and not good enough to be in a team, so we'll sell him. Stark just stepped up to the first team, didn't play much. Same with Genker, who we spoke about. Kongs isn't quite making it for us. It's part of the couple of Germans that we did sign. If we change our view, Kongs and Stark, was it? Signed at the same time? Potentially. Stark looks like he's making it and Kongs looks like he's not. In terms of staff then, obviously, the man, the myth, the legend, Mikel Arteta, our assistant manager, did a very good job. He's going to be 50 years old next season, motivating 20. In terms of Dan Ashworth, stays there. He's obviously doing well working with youngsters there. Try and find our under-21 manager. I think we're still going with, what's his face? Must be an easier way to view these. Coaching team. Here we go. Oh, so maybe we don't have an under-23s coach. So that's something to look at for next season. Employ an under-23 coach. Let me write that down. Fantastic. It doesn't look like we've got an under-18s coach here either. Cool. Well, that's something to improve on there. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Tune in next Wednesday for season 13. Hopefully we can bring you more trophies again and go for the record 5 Premier Leagues in a row. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and head on over to Patreon if that's what you're into. Thanks for watching.